Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ask Coach V. So excited to be here. And today, as always, I have the brilliant coach here, Coach Ivon, who's going to help us to answer some of your questions and fears and worries and help you to elevate your game. So, Coach Ivon, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited about today. I really like the questions that we found. They're fun ones.
Ooh.
So, guys, if you're watching this and you've been here before, you know this is the series where we do exactly what the title says. We ask Coach V. I go out and I find questions and challenges, scenarios that agents are finding themselves in, and I bring those questions here to Coach V so we can have a real conversation about them. If you guys don't know, Coach V is a veteran seven-figure agent, over a decade as a top coach in the nation. We started our coaching company together over 6, 7 years ago. We've been working with agents all over the country at all levels of production. So you can be sure we're going to have a great high level conversation about these questions. And you don't have to go out there and take at face value what some random person on Facebook is commenting for your question, right? So if you're new, you're in for a treat. And if you're coming back, welcome back, Coach. I have some great questions for you today, and I'm ready to get into it when you are.
I am ready. Now, very quickly, by the way, if you have a question or a worry or fear, you can also put here the comments for us, and we do a special Ask Coach V for you with your questions. So, and remember, because we care, we want to help more people. Remember, if you have not subscribed yet for our channel, do it right now, because we are here committed 1,000% to bring you all the best strategies, tactics, and skills to help you to get a lot of listings, sell a lot of sell a lot of homes, and help a lot of people. So, Coach, I am ready. Let's go.
All right, let me throw up the first one and let's get into it. So here's what the agent said. They said, my dad is not listing his house with me and instead going to for sale by owner. If my own friends and family won't list with me, how else can I find clients? Wow, ouch, right?
That's such a great question. And if you have anything else to say, you go ahead and say. Otherwise, I'm so ready because
I
I
know,
can
I know
actually.
you're ready because I'll just say this. Look, this is not a very specific question, right? It's not, hey, I'm in this scenario with my seller, what do I do? This is, this terrible thing happened. How can I deal with it? And obviously, we don't know everything involved. We don't know how long they've been an agent, what they're doing, what they're not doing. But what we do know is this is happening to them. And I know that some of you guys watching this, even if you're the best agent in the world, because I know even this has happened to Coach V, where someone you think is a shoe-in, a friend, a family, a connection that of course is going to do business with you, doesn't. And it's a tough feeling. So, coach, for an agent in a situation like that, with her own father going somewhere else, what would you tell this agent? What should they do? What should they think? What should you tell them?
Awesome. First of all, I give you some love and sympathy and empathy. Now, I want to make sure you guys, all of you guys watching this, remember this. We don't know the details. Maybe this agent is so new, or maybe she's a veteran, but she failed to explain to her father her level skills, her level of exposure, what she can do as a listing agent. Maybe the father see her as a buyer's agent only. That's one aspect. Now, flip the coin. Maybe the father don't want the daughter to know that he has no equity in the house and don't want her to be criticize him or upset with him. So he wants to go for sale by owner so he doesn't have to tell anything to his family about his situation. So it can be many reasons. Maybe she failed to let them know that she has the skills, capacity, ability, and the marketing to do it. Or maybe the father doesn't feel her the certainty on her. Maybe the father doesn't want
And
her to
coach,
know what's
one
going
thing
on.
to
It can be
consider as
many
well.
things.
One thing to consider as well is that, for sale by owners are not like expireds, right? It's not someone who tried to sell, failed, and still wants to sell. A lot of the time for sale by owners, they're people that want to give it a shot, think it's exciting, think
Yeah.
it's fun. They want to do it themselves because they enjoy the process. So it could be a part of that as well. So, coach, since we don't know 100% the specifics, all we know is she didn't get the business from someone who she expected to do business with her. What would you tell her to focus on without knowing all the
I love it.
specifics? What should she do? What should she think? What should she take action on?
Guys, first of all, never burn any bridge, especially your family, the people that love you. You don't know the detail. The best thing to do is do not assume. You assuming he didn't like you, he didn't trust you, he didn't believe you, he went someplace else. Do not assume, because the moment you assume, you create a story that might not be completely real. I would call him and say, hey, Dad, I need to talk to you, something very important. I'm a little confused. Or I'm wondering, maybe better. I don't know the details of your relationship with your dad, but I say I was wondering. You do know that I'm one of the top agents. Well, do know that I'm a real estate agent in town, right? You do know that I know my business. Can I ask you, why did you decide to go for sale by owner instead of reaching out to me and having a conversation with me? And you zip it. Compassion, empathy, and caring. Do not assume. You don't know. You assuming. So ask them. Let him tell you. And then ask him. And then maybe he wants to go for sale by owner. And build a rapport. Say, Dad, I understand you're going through this. Repeat, acknowledge. Let him feel heard, important. And I said, Dad, can I ask you something? When are you planning to really go full time with a professional expert like myself to on the market and get a home sold if your plan A doesn't work? I would like to be your plan B, Dad. See, go with compassion, respect, consideration. And maybe your father, maybe he doesn't know any better. Maybe he doesn't know you have the skills. Maybe he's just afraid. Who knows? But don't chastise him. Don't make him feel wrong or stupid because you don't know what's going on in people's life unless you
Exactly.
ask.
And coach, it's important to know too, guys, when it comes to business, is business. Don't treat it just because it's your family that you don't have to show them the value of working with an agent. Don't treat it that just because it's your best friend, you don't have to paint the picture of, hey, you think you might be saving money for sale by owner, but here's all the ways that you might be missing out or you might be leaving money on the table or I can do that.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, your dad, your mom, your aunt, your sister, your best friend, they all want the best result, right? And if you can confidently convey to them that they can get the best result by working with you, guess what? They'll work with you. So even if they're your family, you still have to do that process of showing him the value of working with you. Because at the end of the day, if someone that supposedly cares about you chooses not to use you, it's because they think it's better for them to not do so. So
Exactly. That's the
somewhere along the
reason.
line, we didn't convey
Right.
that, we didn't present that, we didn't show them how you can help them and that there's value in working with you.
Yeah, coach, this is such a learning lesson. All of you, please pay attention. I don't care if you're 40 years in the business or 1 month. Rejection is feedback. There's a lesson here. The universe, your dad is telling you something in a way that we don't know yet. So first of all, instead of judging, criticizing, being upset, stop and say, take a look inside yourself. Did I actually ever let my father know that I have the skills, the ability, the competence, and the marketing to help him? Do I really know his situation? Is he underwater? What's going on? So go deep, ask yourself, take full responsibility for your results, and ask yourself what's the lesson, and then treat your dad as like any other client. I got two examples here very quickly. One of my good friend from my neighborhood. I was living in Brookside West, selling homes. I was the five agents live there. Five agents live there, 400 homes. In 2.5 years, because of my marketing, my exposure, my drive, and my hunger of network with them, I was a top agent in the neighborhood. I sold 80% of the homes. And then one of my good friends who came to my parties, who came to all my things, she put her house for sale by owner. Do you think I called her and make her feel bad? No, I called her with a lot of empathy and respect. And I said, hey, Joanna, I noticed you put your home for sale by owner. I was wondering, darling. I just want to make sure I didn't do anything wrong or hurt your feelings or something happened. You know I'm one of the agents that sell a lot of homes here. Can I ask you, what made you decide to go for sale by owner? And I zip it. You know what she said? Vanda, first of all, this is not anything to hurt you. I believe you. I think you're fantastic. But I'm so tight on the money to go to my next house that I thought I can try. Plus, I love real estate. I love real estate. I sold real estate a long time ago. I wanted to try myself. And I said, you know what? I understand. You got your plan A. I wish you the very best, my darling. I just want to let you know I'm here for you all the way. If by any chance plan A doesn't happen, I want to be your plan B and I will fight for you, I'll protect you, and I'll get you the best result. Just let me know. And I will keep informed. If you have any question, let me know. A month later, she called me. She said, Vanda, I tried my best. Come list my home. And another situation is the agent right next to my office, a call banker, right next to the office, his sister called me to sell her home. She was upset, the lady, but you know what? She told me, she said, my sister's a real estate agent. She's in your office, but she's nosy. We don't have a good relationship. I don't like her that much. I don't want her to know my business. And I know you want a go get it and you're strong and you're powerful, so sell my home. So again, people have choices. And now more than ever, guys and girls, it's 2026. Everyone you talk to, your uncle Victor, everyone have choices and they are being bombarded by emails, social media, direct mails, everything with other agents. So it's our job to earn our clients and our family every day.
And
We
coach, I think
earn.
that's one of the key takeaways here is we can't put family and friends into a separate bucket than our database.
Bingo.
Because at the end of
Bingo.
the day, we should be nurturing our database, right? You should be calling them, emailing them, and sending them,
Providing value.
mailers. You should be inviting them to events. You should be meeting with them in person, showing up as the expert with everyone in your
Exactly.
database.
Changing the
And
hats,
that
right,
and
coach?
that database includes past clients, right? Sphere of influence,
Family,
and
friends.
friends and family. So if you are not letting your family know that I'm here for you, I'm also a top expert and can help you, then they're not going to think of you that way. So for this agent whose question ultimately was, if my own family won't do business with me, how can I get someone else? That's not the way to look at it. The way to look at it is, how can I get more business? How can I nurture my leads? How can I show more
Yeah.
value? It doesn't matter if it's your dad or if it's someone else.
Yeah.
You need to be able to show the value in working with you.
Yeah. You got to ask yourself, how can I elevate my branding, my a reputation with so much skills, elegance, and consistency that everybody thinks about real estate. They think about me. My family knows that they can trust me, and I am also not only the friend, the buddy, the aunt, the daughter. I get what it takes, and I am a go-getter, and I make shit happens. That's so. Look at your brand, look at your reputation, look at your marketing, look at yourself before you get upset with anything, and go talk to your dad and apply for Plan B and give him the support, and go nurture your database as everyone is a diamond and ready to be helped by you.
Exactly. So, hey, short answer, go tell your dad you're happy to be plan B and make sure he sees the value in what you can bring to the
Yeah,
table. And number two is go reevaluate what you're
yeah,
doing to nurture your database
yeah.
so that this doesn't happen more often in the future.
Yeah, coach,
Let's
one
go
more
to our
thing. One more thing. Are you doing a video every week or two? I mean, one video or two on social media and letting you people know that you are top listing agent, that you know what it takes to list. Are your people, your friends, family, clients, everyone in your database getting one email or two per week that's showing your value, sharing sites, sharing behind the scenes? Again, what are you doing to build the brand, the reputation, and build the repeat and referrals that you want?
All right. So, guys, let's go to our next question.
Yes.
This one also, I think one that a lot of people have been in similar scenarios and brings up a lot of feelings in a lot of agents. I think it's a great one. So I'm going to put this one up on the screen. I'll read it for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it. So let's look at this question. This one I also found in a online group for agents. And as you can see, we already have 120 comments on this one. So a lot of people had a lot to say. Advice needed. I have a signed buyer's agreement with some clients. We've been looking at houses for about 7 months. They never seem to find something they want to submit an offer on, but we keep looking. Yesterday, they texted me and told me, good news, we bought a house. They went to a builder and found a house that a client pulled out of at the last minute, so it became available and they bought it. I called the builder's office and they said my clients have been coming there for a while and looking at houses. I just took them to two houses in that subdivision last month. The builder's office staff said they didn't know anything about me. Their clients didn't ever mention that they had a realtor. Has this happened to anyone? All right. So, guys, I know there's some specifics here with the builder and this and that, but I think we can all agree that we've been in or seen this scenario a million times, right? You're working with someone and suddenly they're doing something else with someone else, or they buy a home, or they and you have that feeling of, buyers are liars and this and that, and what do I do? So, coach, this agent that has been working with these buyers for 7 months and they go and buy a home with a builder, they're feeling, I'm sure, frustrated, angry, lost. What would you say to this agent right now in this moment that's asking for some advice?
First of all, I hear your pain. It happened. Now let's go here to the message that we are getting from the buyers and the sellers in the universe, right? That because again, there is a message here for you. Uh, So my question for you is, first of all, what is the motivation of these people? So if someone buys a home in 7 months, they are warm. They don't have to buy today or yesterday. They don't have to. So hot is from now to a month, right? I have to buy, I have to move. I'm doing this no matter what. They are warm. So they're waiting maybe for the best home. They were upgrading to a better home. So we don't know. The question is, Mr. and Mrs. Agent, did you know exactly the motivation, the why they're buying a home? How soon? So first of all, you gotta know that because then you know how to lead them and help them to see, the homes. And by the way, you can find a home. Another one, let me give you a pro tip from someone who used to sell over 130 homes per year. When I have a buyer and I know they are very particular or meticulous, or also because they are looking everywhere, you better believe I'll go to every new builder, every new construction, and I'll sign them up at every with every builder because you see you want to go ahead and show them, right? They show them the homes and be the one that sign up. So you show them the home a month ago, but you never signed them up for the property, so you're not entitled to the fee. People didn't even know. So again, number a big thing is here you are I don't want to say immature, but not have the knowledge, ignorant. You are ignorant of your ability to go to the builders for the new build and put your name on the list and say, this is my client. So number one pro tip is from now on, all of you guys listening, if you have a buyer who is unsure or wants to about the timing, also wants to buy new homes, make sure you go to all the builders. And second is help them to make a decision. Why did it wait 7 months? If the inventory is not there, find the inventory. Go door knock for them. Send, I have a buy for your home letter for them. Make some calls around the neighborhood that they want for them. Again, find the inventory. So number one, know the motivation, the why they're buying, know the timing, how soon, know exactly the non-negotiable, what's important, and then sign up in every new build around, and then help them to find a home and help them to move ahead.
And
That
coach,
might make
also
sense, Coach?
here, my red flag is going off here because if I see that, okay, they've been working with them for 7 months and then now they suddenly go out and get a home with a new construction home with the builder and they don't check in, they don't ask questions, they don't do anything with their agent, that means that they see the agent as a door opener and nothing more. Because
Exactly, replaceable.
the reality is, if that agent positioned themselves as the trusted advisor that had the information, that anything and everything related to real estate, the first thing they would say is, we should call our agent and ask our agent. If that
Exactly.
was the way that they position themselves with their clients by showing their expertise, showing their value, checking in with them regularly, being that expert, then instead of going to the build and doing that, they would have said, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think we should do that? Do you think we should do the other? So what it looks like to me, and again, we don't have all the details, but over the course of this time, they have become nothing but a door opener to the buyers.
Exactly.
So the buyer just sees them as someone that they call when they want to see a house, not someone that is their consultant related to everything real estate.
Coach, and you're so true because this is, again, remember when I said from the first question, rejections feedback? That shows there's a message here that your bias presentation didn't build enough value for them and didn't make you unforgettable and irreplaceable. Because I give an example. My cosmetologist, Trish, I was doing a facial with her, some things with her, and she knows I'm a real estate coach, my business coach, and she buys investment here in San Diego. She has a beautiful house and she also buys investment. And I said, how is your realtor doing in his business? I asked her during a procedure of facial. How is he doing? Is he having a hard time getting the buyer's agreement now that the market changed and you have to have a buyer's agreement? How are you doing? You know what she said? Vanda, I trust him so much. He's been helped me for so many years, and he sells me. He helps me to buy the best property. Whatever he wants, I will sign, and I don't go to anyone else because I trust him completely, and I always listen to him first. That's the relationship you want to have with your people. You want to create that ultra savvy, trusted advisor that they don't go anywhere. And even if they're thinking about going, you tell them. And by the way, be very open. You see, during my bias presentation, I tell my clients, There's a part of my buyer's presentation because I have a step-by-step proven presentation. Every, find a home, how the benefits of working with me, getting ready for the market, prepare to buy. When I talk about prepare to buy during my buyer's presentation, I specifically tell them, hey, Yvonne, we are a team. I'm going to find homes for you that are available in MLS. I'm going to find homes for you that nobody knows about it in the shadow market, homes that I procure through expires for sale by owners, and my colleagues know that nobody knows. I also want to let you know, like I said, we are a team. If you see a for sale by owner that you are interested, you call me. You see a home that is vacant in the area that you want, you text me and call me. Anything you want to see before you do anything, you text me because I have the skills, the knowledge, experience. I'm going to help you. So don't do anything without talking to me. And here's 5 business cards. When you go to any open house, you tell everybody, thank you so much. I'm working with Vanda Martin. She's helped me all the way. See, I train them, I condition them, I educate them how to buy because they don't know any better. So these people, they even know that they could call you to get more information. And I tell them also new homes. You don't want to just buy with the builder because you don't know. Did you know that you can negotiate with the builders? Did you know that you can also get someone like me to get you better upgrades? So again, educate, prepare, guide, lead your clients. They don't know any better. Even the
And I think
millionaires.
that's a great point there, is they just don't know. I mean, look at this. They sent them a happy text saying, hey, we're so excited. We got our home. They don't even feel like they wronged you, right? Because
Exactly.
somewhere along the line, you were cemented in their head as just, hey, you're that person that opens the door when I want to see a house. So now we have awareness, though, right, coach? We don't know all the details, but we do know a couple things. We do know that somewhere along the line, you didn't position yourself as that trusted advisor, real estate consultant, and it made it easy for them to go do something
Yeah.
without you. So
Yeah.
just make sure, guys, when you're working with your buyers, powerful presentation where you set expectations and you train them and you let them know how things are going to go. Weekly, you're checking in with them, you're having touches, you're making sure you're staying connected, you're not just waiting to show homes. And here's another thing that I'll say before I let Coach V close us out on this one. Guys, if it's been 7 months and you still haven't found that home, it's okay to sit down and basically do another buyer's presentation and reset expectations. Why haven't we found it?
Exactly.
What can we do? Here's a reminder of how things work and go through it again because, guys, they forget. They don't even remember what they talked about with someone yesterday. They're not going to remember the little talk you had when you signed the buyer agreement months ago if they're out there looking at homes.
Exactly. Guys, I'll say it over and I'll go over again. Rejection is feedback, is something, these people actually made you a lot of money. Say, thank you for teaching me this lesson. And now become amazing with your buyer's presentation. Go, and by the way, put here, I want to know more. We connect with you and we share with you our buyer's presentation because I taught many people to do that. You are failing if you are assuming they know. You are going to miss a lot of business if you become just a chauffeur or a door opener. You got to really build yourself so strongly. Your degree of separation, you're not a friend. You got to change your hats. Now I'm a friend, but now I'm the ultra savvy, knowledgeable advisor.
And
Trusted
ultimately,
advisor.
coach, that's the answer to both of the questions today, right?
Yeah,
Dad
true.
going with someone else, the buyer is going with someone else. Ultimately, they didn't see the value in working with that particular agent. So, guys, now we know that's what it's all about. How can I provide value? How can I make myself seem valuable in their eyes? I know value is one of those words that gets thrown around a lot, but it's all about you want to be the person that if they think real estate, they're like, I need to go ask them.
Exactly. Go look at your marketing. Go look at your exposure. Go look at your action. Are you displaying your expertise, your value? Are you building trust? Are you the one that think about it? Okay, I'm going to list my home today, or I'm going to have someone to buy it. I'm going to buy a home today. Here's my top 3 people to interview. You want to be in the top 3, top 2 to interview, and then go wow them with your energy, with your power, with your knowledge, your certainty, because this is what they want. This is what they want. So thank you, Coach Yvonne.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, if you like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Put a like on the video and let us know in the comments. Hey, what do you want us to cover? What do you want us to talk about? We can answer your question on the next one. And I'll say this again. I know Coach V said it. Guys, we love what we do. We do this for a living. If you want some help with this stuff, reach out to us. Let's talk. Let's get you to the next level.
Wonderful. So just remember, structure will set you free because you have a structure, but a skill set will make you rich and wealthy. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time. We love you. Go do your magic, help a lot of people, and build the life that you want on your terms. Bye. Thank you, Coach. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.